And so I'm better, but I still have this cough, and my voice sounds like this. So we did a debate last Thursday night between the three Democrats that are running, and I had a voice that was even worse than this. So I tried to get some pity votes. My name is Jeff Anderson. I was born and raised up in Ely. That's where my mom and dad still live. My grandfather worked in the mines. My dad worked at Mintac until he was laid off in the early 1980s. My dad never really had anything good to say about Ronald Reagan. He always blamed Ronald Reagan for a lot of those problems. It is.
That's true.
So, went to college at UMD and was lucky enough to find a job and to be able to stay in northeastern Minnesota, which is something that I can tell you not a lot of my friends that I went to college with or even high school with can say. When I go back to Ely now, I can count on my two hands how many of my classmates from high school are still in the area. And that was one of the reasons I decided to get involved in government and in public service. My friend Don Ness, who's the mayor of Duluth, he was on the city council for 8 years. He was Jim Overstar's campaign manager. He ran for mayor, and he said, you should run for city council. So I won that at-large city council race. So in running for Congress, I talk about that all over this district because it's not just Duluth or Ely, it's Grand Rapids, it's Bovey, it's any of these communities where people grow up and are raised. We need to have opportunities and jobs for people to be able to stay in these communities if we so choose, and to raise a family and to live and to work. And so it's interesting when you get the three candidates in front of a group because we pretty much agree on all the issues. So I've taken the approach in this campaign that I am the hometown guy who's running for Congress. We have two other Democrats in the race who are very good. Terrell Clark is an accomplished state senator from St. Cloud. She ran against Michelle Bachmann in 2010, and God bless her for doing it. I wish she was running against Michelle Bachmann again, because I think she made a real great candidate for central Minnesota and was a real contrast to the politics of Michelle Bachmann. Rick Nolan is a former congressman. He served in Congress from 1974 to 1980 and then left politics. And he wants to go back because he says it's broken. And he's right. Washington is broken. I have no doubt that both of them would be great folks representing us in Congress. However, I think it is so important that we have a congressman from northern Minnesota, from the northern part of this district. I have seen the ups and downs. I know the challenges and the opportunities we face. And I'm in this for the long haul. As a candidate in this race, spoken and been very outspoken in my support of mining and our mining industry. And I'm not just talking about our existing taconite operations. I'm talking about investment in our copper and nickel mining in northern Minnesota. We sit on the second largest deposit of copper and nickel in the world. And so as long as people want to keep buying these cell phones and video recorders and smart cars and all of these things and build wind turbines to help generate electricity, we've got to get copper and nickel from somewhere. But right now we get it from all over the place. We get it from Afghanistan and we get it in South America, in places that have very little environmental regulation. Well, we have the opportunity to get it here in northeastern Minnesota to create thousands of jobs, not dozens, not hundreds, but thousands of jobs directly related to the mining industry. Because I do believe that we can do it, and we can do it safely without polluting the Boundary Waters, Canoe area, or the St. Louis River. I believe we can do it safely, and we can do it for the next 100 years. And there's an awful lot that separates me from Chip Cravaack, because I don't think that his votes to end Medicare, his votes against the middle class, and his votes against veterans, and all of these things, I don't think those are representative of the values that all of us have. And they're very patriotic. But at the end of the day, the congressman has voted to cut benefits for veterans. He's voted against pay increases for our troops. He voted against aid for homeless veterans. Veterans make up the largest population of the homeless in America, and he's voted against helping them out. I'm not going to let them get away with that and be that patriotic, flag-waving congressman who says he's there for veterans. If you want to be there for veterans, then you should vote with veterans.